one thing that I wish people knew about therapy is that you don't have to wait until you're in crisis to go. Therapy isn't to fix you. Therapy, I look at it as an oil change. If I waited until my engine started grinding before I got an oil change, I'd have a big problem. Therapy traditionally has been seen as this place people go to be fixed because they're broken and something is wrong with them, or they're cupcakes or snowflakes. They're not strong enough. Big money energy right now. They're not strong enough to deal with the harshness of life, and that's not true. That's nothing could be further from the truth. It's never too late to embark on a therapy journey. It's never too late to start, no matter where you are, no matter how broken you feel. You're not. No matter how unfixable or how unlovable you feel, you're not. I can understand how your brain and your life experiences have brought you to that conclusion, but I promise you, there's a truth that is far different from that one, and it exists. It exists the same way that your insecurities exist in your head. They have the same realness. So when I think about the most important questions to ask a potential therapist before you get started with the process, it's asking what their specialty is in. Therapists, we have a really specific language sometimes. Our answer is CBT or DBT or maybe motivational interviewing, and you'll just probably blink at me because you have no idea what any of that means. So it's twofold. One is asking the therapist what their specialty is and being unafraid to say, I don't know what that means. Can you please explain it to me? Explain what type of conditions that it helps, how you've helped people in the past, pretty much what your overall philosophy on therapy is. And the other part of that is actually you doing the research and finding out, well, what is cognitive behavioral therapy? How can it help me? What is dialectical behavioral therapy? Therapy is all about the work that you do in the room, but it's also about the homework that you do outside. That's critically important too. So that's just the first step. And also, you really have to understand that therapists are like any other profession. A doctor can be amazing. He or she can diagnose your illness in a matter of seconds, and that's tremendous. But if they don't have the bedside manner that works for your personality, it's not going to be a good match. And therapists are the same exact way. We're trained to bring our authentic selves into the room. So this is who I am as a person, as an individual. It might not work for you, and that's okay. Understanding that if you find a therapist and the relationship doesn't work, at least the way you want it to initially, it's okay to give it time and then start to find someone else. My golden rule is about 4 months, unless I really feel like it's not working. And then I try to find a relationship that does. Going to therapy is like going to an advisor. And I say this all the time. If you got $2 billion tomorrow, if the first thing you did, if you didn't go and get a financial advisor, I'd be worried for you. You know, if you found out you had stage 4 cancer tomorrow, if the first thing you did wasn't going out and getting an oncologist or a specialist, I'd be worried about you. If you live life and you deal with other people and you have to have a job and you have to deal with kids and you have to deal with a spouse and you have friends, you have all these things pulling you in a million different directions, and you don't have someone to help you offload and deconstruct what's going on and reconstruct it in a way that allows you to live a life that makes sense for you up here and in here, I'd be a little concerned. There's nothing wrong with having a therapist. If you allow your experiences to sink you because you don't have help, I think that that's a very sad reality because it doesn't have to be that way.